Hello everyone, I'm Bruffy1322 and welcome to another GTA content creator live stream. Did I do good? Did I get it good? Did I get the intro good? It's almost like I'm professional. Anyway, here we go. So another live stream, another content creator live stream. We're back on PS4. We started on PS4 the very first time that we did one of these. We've done PS4, Xbox One and PC, all of proper races. And now we're doing PS4, Xbox One and PC of stunt races. Pretty impressive.
Listen,
that he
right.
got up there.
I was bang on time. In fact, I was 10 seconds early, so don't even give me that shit.
I was bang on time. I was bang on time. Cuff1 with the 701 donation. Thank you so much. I was definitely not 1 minute past 7. There's no way. I was bang on time. Thank you, Cuff. I appreciate it, man. Okay. We got a sports car meetup this time. We did supercars on the very first live stream. We've done we did vans. We've shut up LJT. We've done compact vehicles. And now we've done sports cars. Nice collection, nice selection of sports cars. Different. I like it. Cool. I have realised that I forgot to do one thing before starting this. There's always one thing that I forget. There's always one thing that I forget. I forgot to make the playlist. Or at least edit the playlist. There's always one thing that I forget to do. Choked it already. Thank you, Cuff, for the donation. I appreciate it, man. Alright, what are we going for? I know what's first. Probably one of the best stunt tracks I've ever played. Flaming Flower. Then we've got something that I can't say because it's German. So that's a good strategy. Then we need... Why won't it... Oh. Please don't do this to me, game. Why is it not showing me all the... Can you not? Oh, this is the worst. This is the absolute worst. Why is GTA so terrible? You go up and then it goes back around again. You can't go back if you've gone to a new page. Oh, I'm done. I'm done. Playlist making. Why? Why does it do this? Why? Pro streamer. This isn't my fault. This is Rockstar's fault. Alright. Let's add what we want first. So you can't go... Why did Rockstar create such a... And I can't go back now. I've gone completely... Oh, this is horrible. This is horrible. This is the worst. What if I create a brand new one? Can I go to a different page then? No. Rockstar, this is... I mean, I can't even... I can't. Why would they do this? Okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to just add what we've got. I know that we're playing... We're going to have to do this in 2 parts, I guess. All right, so I'm gonna have to change the order. This is just showing immediately why Rockstar can't get their shit together. All right, we're doing it in 2 parts, I guess. I can't go back into a new session because everybody's in this session. Unless I join somebody in this session. Alright, can somebody send me an invite to that session? Oh my god. Good video this is gonna make. To those of you who are watching this as a video, I greatly apologise that we're 5 minutes into this. To those of you who are watching at the stream, I greatly apologise. Bollocks. Will this get me there? This might get me there. I am appearing offline. I forgot about that. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. This is just showing up. This is just showing up what Rockstar is like. Failed to find... There's a session with 24 compatible crew members and you failed to find me a compatible session with other crew members. Are you serious? This is the worst. Okay, I need an invite. I mean, this is it. This is exactly what we're always talking about. Do Rockstar play their game? Do Rockstar get into sessions like this and just play the game? They do live streams. How do they not run into these problems when they do live streams? Unbelievable. And now I'm stuck in the clouds. Now I'm going to be stuck in the clouds for the next 10 minutes. Well, this has gone great. Right. No, I don't want PlayStation Plus. New session, please. Yeah, I don't want to be in a public session. Thank you. Whenever you take your time. Yeah, that's fine. We're not on a time limit here. All of this because the playlist creation system doesn't work. I do actually do a Twitch stream before this. For those who don't know, I do a half an hour on Twitch to get everything set up to make sure everything's fine. And we got a donation there from El Shelby, and I said, yes, first donation in September. And at that point, because obviously it's the 1st of December today, at that point we kind of all knew what was about to happen. And that this stream was never ever gonna go well. Oh man. Alright, let's try again. Right, we're in the right session. Go to appear offline. Oh please, this was the worst idea of all time. It was the worst idea of all time. Yeah, pretty much. I don't want to start it. Oh, this is bloody stupid! I hate it already! What the hell is this shit? Oh, I'm done. And those are two very apt donations. Sounds. Guys, thank you so much. I will read it after I've done this. I want to get it actually started. Right, there's the 5. Now I need to reorder them. That goes there. That goes there. Thank you. Only took us 10 minutes. I should have done, I mean, I normally do this before the stream, but I just forgot, and I didn't think that it would be such a huge issue. Oh my god. Oh, Shelby, you should show us some cool Snapmatics. Oh, going back to the Rockstar live stream day. Right, let's do
what a
Sports Cars.
scumbag!
Apex Whiteout with the Twitch subscription, thank you so much. I want to set this up and get things going. We normally do 3, 9, maybe 5 laps would be fine. Sports Cars I think we'll do all from current session. As soon as everybody's in, we're going for it. Hazard with the $4, done, best stream ever, 10 out of 10, would fail again. And Hitman with the 1735, no comment. Okay, fair enough. 16? There's a track in here that's 16 players. I'm done. Okay, we're just gonna have to go for it. It doesn't really matter the numbers. I apologise to anybody who hasn't managed to get
Listen, right. I was bang on time. In fact, I was 10 seconds early, so don't even give me that shit.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you, Cuff. Clearly, I was not bang on time this time. Let's use the photo because I'm in a mood to use the photo. Oh man. Hitman, thank you so much for the 1735. Oh, Shelby with the $1 as well. Thank you so much. And Cuff with that 701 once again. Oh man, good stream. This has been the worst start to a stream ever. It's been absolutely unbelievable that so much shit can happen all in one go. For those of you who couldn't get in, who were in this session, I do greatly apologise. One of these tracks is 16 players only. I would very much like for people to have a look at all the links and find out which one it is, because I'm going to berate it for being 16 players only. But I should have checked out beforehand. I didn't even think, I just assumed everything would be 30 players, because what isn't 30 players these days? Unbelievable. Guys, I do apologise for those who were in that session and didn't get in. Oh, landed on top of him and then spun around. But we're not gonna start it again. Ultimately, the numbers that we have in these streams don't matter because it's all about the tracks. And there's always plenty of opportunity to play with me on Twitch streams, so it's not too bad. I apologise though. Okay. Trophy GP is 16 players. Okay, that's the last one in the playlist. Okay, that's it. It's going to get berated when we get to it for being 16 players only. But now let's finally, after almost 15 minutes, thank you guys for the donations, by the way. After nearly 15 minutes, let's get into actually looking at some good tracks, because this is a track created by Drifting. And he is probably the stunt tracks that I've played from him are probably the best that I've ever played. I don't think there's a better stunt track creator than him. And by stunt track I mean tubes, jumps, loops, things like that. And this one is probably the best of all of them. Wow. So this is Flaming Flower. Now the idea behind this is there are two routes. There's a big loop in the middle, as you can see. At one point you go over, like through the middle of that loop. One point you go around the loop, obviously. You have two separate track spaces. You come different sides here, so those are the two leaders actually of the race. And then you cross people who are going up that way. and it is just a very, very, very well created track. It's a lot of fun. There is what I always think with these stunt tracks. The best thing for them is to require a little bit of skill. Have some sections where you could hit other cars, but it's not necessarily, you can have shared sections or some other things that could cause accidents and incidents when connecting with other players. But ultimately, the main thing is that it shouldn't be too like that. It should just be well made. It should have a lot of fun aspects to it. Loops, jumps, they're all pretty fun, or what most people would consider fun. But not have too many issues, not have too many areas where you can smash into people and have a compromised race. And this balances that perfectly, I would say. It's got double sections where you can hit people, but it's not, as long as you're smart, you won't. Sections where you can fall off the track, but it's still quite wide. It's got beautiful jumps, fire, a wonderful a wonderful loop. God, I'm not on the bog tonight, holy hell. A wonderful loop where you actually jump through the loop on a different part of the circuit as well. Like, it's got a bit of everything, really, this track. And that's why we've started with it. I probably should have done more than 5 laps.
Where are the white women
never
at?
Mind. VXWK donated 1322. Thank you so much, Danny, for the donation, man. I appreciate it so much. Oh, that was so close. That was so close. Oh, into 4th. Top right. Top right. Thank you, Danny, for the 1322 donation. I appreciate it so much. Thank you guys for the donations already. I don't normally... These YouTube streams are normally not very donation heavy, which is I kind of expect, because we're on a different platform. It's where it's Twitch is the main platform, I guess, but thank you guys. Okay, we finished 5th in the end after the comeback. I should have put it to a bit longer. I should have put it to... I mean, we normally do 10 miles for every circuit, but that is quite a fast circuit. Anyway, that is Flaming Flower. Probably one of the best stunt tracks I've ever played on, ever seen. It's on the thumbnail of this video. Good old Futo there. Drifting is... We'll probably see a few of Drifting's tracks, to be honest, throughout when we do stunt tracks, because he makes the best of them. And yeah, a perfect way to start these stunt tracks. So much better than what Rockstar make. That is a proper stunt track in my eyes. If you're looking for stunt circuits, proper stunt circuits, really well made. What a weird race that was, guys. Did you see that? Chaotic spray. What a guy. Hitman with the 4514. What a race that one was. Did you see that? I'll be drifting. What a guy. Oh man, thank you, Hitman. I appreciate it so much. So yeah, all of the links to these are down below in the description of the video or the stream, whichever one you're watching, depending on whether you watch this later on. But all the links are in the description, and they're all, finally, after you saw the playlist ordering at the start, they are actually in the order that they are created. Ezra, if you can change the track now, you might as well try it to get 30 players. We'll do 2 laps on this one. I think we'll do supers. But yeah, the links are in the description. I highly recommend Flaming Flower at least. Hitman, thank you so much for the bits. Okay, let's take a time out. 30 seconds. Yeah, Ezra, if you want to try and update the last track, you can to have 30 players. You can try it. Maybe the playlist will update. Whether it will or not, I don't know. Okay, we'll give us 30 more seconds to invite crew members. Someone can actually get in. Oh man, what a stream this has been. I was waiting for the time when the YouTube streams so far have all been problem free, mostly. That never normally happens on Twitch streams, as those who watch me all the time on Twitch will know, but I've always done well at preparing everything beforehand, and just my one failure to prepare for the playlist, it all goes to hell, and we waste like 15 minutes getting into a race. I do apologise for those who are watching this and got really bored throughout the first 10 minutes. I tried to make these YouTube streams as... I'm going to use the cheater. Let's do it. I tried to make these YouTube streams as professional as possible so that the video becomes a professional video, but it can't always go wonderfully. Yeah, I don't think... I don't think that... So Ezra is basically the creator of the final race in the playlist, and because that race is limited to 16 players instead of 30 players, that means the whole playlist is limited to 16 players. Basically, if you create a playlist of races, the playlist is limited to the smallest number of people in all of the races in that playlist. So that's why we've only got 16 players in this playlist. And he's gone to update it. I guess his punishment for doing that, for having 16 players, can be not to be involved in the racing. But he's gone to update it to see if it will, when he updates the track, see if it will possibly update the playlist to allow 30 players. It probably won't, but it's worth a try at least. But anyway, we move on to the second race. I can't remember what this was called. It's a German name and I can't figure it out. This one, to me, it feels... but again, that was all caused, that wasn't necessarily... We shouldn't blame Ezra. I mean, I will say how ridiculous it is when we come to his track. Oh, it's 16 players and that was a significant oversight. But we shouldn't blame him for my issue. You know, I should have checked this beforehand. I should have checked the playlist. I should have created the playlist beforehand as well. It's all my fault that this stream has gone so bad. I'll try to have it all sorted out next time so it doesn't happen again. But I guess you've got to go through these moments to learn from your mistakes. And these things are just part and parcel of playing GTA on the Twitch streams. Oh wow. But the YouTube streams I try to make a little bit different, a little bit more professional. I guess that hasn't been the case, so I do apologise to everybody. Oh, that's been a significant lag hit. There's not really an awful lot I can do to wait on a track like this. Normally we have rules where if you take someone out, you wait for them. Those rules are generally a little bit more relaxed when it comes to stunt racing, I think. But I should have really waited there, but there's nowhere I really can. Plus I'm having a really good run in the cheetah, so I apologise to Ajax. So. Anyway, let's talk about the track, because that's what we're meant to be doing in these streams. This track to me, I agree with a comment that I just read there. I like this double section. I'm going to go left. A comment that the checkpoints could maybe do with a little bit of work because they might be a little bit too close. Oh, that was so close. I mean, it's probably been well tested to make sure that the checkpoints don't hit. Wow, I'm in first. Okay. That was who was in first who got wrecked there. I never really like water on tracks, but obviously I'm gone. I never really like water in tracks because but you know, I can certainly handle it on stunt tracks like this. They are meant to have variability and a little bit of fun. You know, these are the tracks where anything can happen. Like I said earlier, they should have a little bit of skill involved, but also some variation, some variety, some more fun aspects like big jumps and boosts and things like that. You would never find things like this on a proper racing circuit that we've been playing for the last 3 weeks or 4 weeks, because all my tracks are proper racing circuits as well, I guess. Prepare for, you know, the bit rate will die at this point because of the tubes. That's just standard. Nothing I can do about that. Damn it! Oh, that worked out alright. This one to me feels like it kind of feels like a Rockstar job, but better. So a bit longer, more to it. Damn it. And just done a little bit nicer, but I think it shows the difference. We're going to see a big difference in the tracks tonight. We're going to see some tracks that are very much like what you would consider a Rockstar stunt race to be, like what we have already seen here. You know, and Rockstar stunt races, for example, that everybody is pretty much used to. I could see people missing that checkpoint as well, going so fast. The checkpoints might need looking at a little bit. And I would say that this feels similar to that. It's pretty... I don't want to... I hesitate to use the word simplistic, but just simple. Simple but effective, I would call this track. But it's been well created, well constructed, and with some really nice props in there as well. So it all comes together nicely. It's a lot longer, which makes it a lot more interesting as well. I think Rockstar stunt tracks were always a little bit too short. You've always got the chance of falling off the side because of the water, which always makes stuff interesting. The checkpoints definitely need looking at. Yep, I've missed that checkpoint. That was a good shout by whoever that was in the chat who mentioned that. Yeah, the checkpoints need looking at. That is the one major issue. So yeah, this is meant to be like a this is not meant to be like a Rockstar track, but I said that it feels like a Rockstar track, and that has been true not just in the way that it drives, but also the checkpoints as well. But yeah, that's the style. Obviously, you know, back when the content creator first came out, we used to create tracks like Rockstar tracks. The very first LSGP had very little propping. It was open like Rockstar tracks are. So, you know, when it comes to the stunt creator, it makes sense that people would sort of take what Rockstar have already done with their own stunt tracks and do their own versions of it, make them better, make them longer, make them more interesting. But I think there is a certain amount of imagination lost in a track like this. It is not like there's nothing overly special about it. I think it doesn't make you scream like this is a wonderful circuit, but it is a lot of fun, and that's the main point of these stunt circuits, is to be a lot of fun. It doesn't matter about apex barriers or whether it's over water or you can fall off or things like that. That's the idea of these, is to be fun, and if it does that, then it's good in the first place. But I think this feels like a track that has been made entirely using the clipping. For those who haven't really experienced the new creator, you can just basically clip props together, snap them together is probably the better word. Oh, no way! Damn it, I thought that was going to be the same prop again. You can snap them together, so it's pretty easy to make. You don't have to fiddle about with anything, and I think this has clearly been made like that. So there's not an awful lot you can really do when you're doing something like that. You are limited to snapping the props together and what Rockstar allow you to do through that method. But it is a fun circuit. It's just a different style of circuit. And no! Damn it! I don't like the waves though. Not a patch on Flaming Flower in my opinion, but still fun in its own right. And it's all just personal preference what type of track you prefer to use and what type of track you prefer to race, and we try to showcase all the different kinds of tracks during these live streams and link them all in the description. So ultimately, if you like a track, you can just get the link for it. Oh, we're going to steal a place at the end. If you like a track, you can get the link for it and play it yourself. If you don't, you can leave it. Ultimately, it doesn't matter what I say. But we showcase them all so that you guys can figure out what you might want to use. Oh, we stole 8th as well. Someone crashed. The English name for this is Seahorse Cup. Alright, okay, interesting. So this is the second race that we've done. If you look in the description for all the links, they are in the order that we're doing them. This is the second race. Flaming Flower was the first race. It looks nice as well, you know. It's very difficult, I think, to make bad tracks with as long as you stick to the snapping that Rockstar allow. I think it's very difficult to make bad tracks. But I think it's fun. It's fun in its own right. It's not quite as special as some of the other tracks that we've seen in the past, and some of the tracks that will be to come as we look through this series in general. It's probably not going to be one of those all-time classics, but it's still a nice track and I still enjoyed it. Just a few checkpoint issues, I think. 8th place in the Cheetah. 7th
What a
in the
weird
Reaper.
race
Nice.
that was, guys. Did you see that? Chaotic Spray. What a guy.
Hitman with the 514. What a race that one was. Did you see that? Sir Tarabas. What a guy. What does that mean? I'm confused. What's that reference to? Hitman, thank you so much for the bits. Jesus. Craziness. Thank you, man. So yeah, these streams, these YouTube streams, are restricted to people who are already in the crew. But if you do want to have more chance of racing with me, what should we do for this? I like to do something different every time, but what a seahorse! Oh, that's what it means. What a guy! All right, okay. Said Tarabas is the creator of the race. Oh, right, okay, I see. Thank you, Hitman. Are you going to do one of those for every single race? Let's do Sports Classics. Knock it down to 4 laps. A lot of tubes on this one. Yeah, my Twitch streams are where I open up the crew to everybody and everybody can join in. I continually mention it throughout streams, so if anyone complains that you don't get to play with me, I mention it all the time. That it's my Twitch streams where I do play GTA, and you can join the crew because we always have the crew open for those streams, and you can try to get in that way. I never promise it, but you know, you never know what Rockstar are going to do. But yeah, my Twitch streams are every Wednesday, Friday and Sunday at 7 PM UK time. This is going to kill the bitrate, by the way, for anybody who's watching this on the video afterwards. I think it might not be too bad for the stream itself, but the video will be of a lower quality than watching the stream directly, or if you're not on source quality. The tubes always ruin the bitrate and the video quality, so there's nothing I can do about it. It's just how it is. And this is full of tubes. And this is something that I was... Oh, the Monroe has no brakes. I forgot about this. And this is something that has a defining characteristic, I think. You got a hole in the ground there. You got people. Oh, you can see people there. Wow, going underneath. That's cool. Oh, Monroe not doing very well. I needed something with a lot of grip. Oh, you can go over the top here. Oh, you can go over the top or around to the side. Okay, that's interesting. I should have gone round to the side though, it would have been quicker. Oh man, crashes galore. So, like, what, maybe... Ah! Ah! Yes! Still got the checkpoint! Oh, are you serious? This is kind of what I was talking about. Oh wow, there is a crossover there as well. Sterling GT's had it. This is what I was talking about in the previous, you know, the previous race. When you compare it to something like this, it's completely different, but this has something you could say more special about it. Like Flaming Flower, it's more original, whereas the other track has, there's more things that you wouldn't really recognize it. It wouldn't stand out in a crowd, whereas a track like this would. A track like Flaming Flower, the first track we played, definitely would. And there's not necessarily anything bad about creating a track in the second way. It's just that, you know, what you want from a track, whether you want it to be more like a Rockstar track, just made a little bit better. Oh wow, people going around the loop there, that's so cool. Or you want it to be a more original creation with something a bit new and inventive. Get around the loop. Oh, this is cool actually. I know it's all in tubes and I'm not the biggest fan of tubes. That's the one thing that I don't like about this track, I think, that it's all tubes. Because I'm not... No! No! I'm gone. I'm gone. And there's someone going on the roof. On a different... So that's something that I like about this. Like, although it's tubes, and I don't really like tubes so much, the tubes all intertwine with each other. So some people are going around loops in different tubes that are all different parts of the track, which is very... Damn it. Damn it! And this is another part of the track, but I'm going this way. My god. I've definitely not helped myself by choosing the Monroe. The Monroe has no grip, it has no braking. I don't have anything quicker than this though, because I refuse to have a Sterling GT. Maybe I need to get one. Damn it! Oh, god damn it. YouTube is taking a few frames. I think it is because of all the tubes. I did mention that this was an issue. I was very wary of including something that was pretty much all going to be tubes when it came to the video, but hey, let's just showcase it. It'll probably calm down after this race. Oh no! I survived it the first 2 times. Damn it. But yeah, like that, you know, if you just think about it now, what are you gonna take away from this? Wow! What? Oh, I'm gone. I'm absolutely gone. What are you going to remember from this stream? Are you going to remember the last race? Are you going to remember this one? And that's what you got to think about when it comes to track creation. Is your track an original track? Does it have something special about it, or is it just going to be quickly forgotten about with all of the other tracks that look very similar to it? Doesn't mean to say it's a bad track, but what makes it stand out? No, go underneath! Oh, squeezed through! The Monroe, if I'd been in anything higher than a Monroe there. Oh man. Okay, thanks for updating the track, Ezra. It probably won't make a difference, but we'll see when the playlist starts again. I have done so badly in this race. I should get a Z-Type again. I actually quite like driving the Z-Type. I need to get... Yeah, that's exactly what I need to do. I need to get a Z-Type back. I always like being in a situation where I don't have as much grip and have to defend and stuff like that. It's just not possible to do with a Monroe. Because it's so far off the pace. You were unsubscribed from YouTube. Everybody should check that actually if you're watching this. Check if you are still subscribed to me. If you're not, feel free to resubscribe. YouTube have another unsubscribe bug, and it's worrying. It's very worrying. Oh, yeah, this race is very chaotic. It's a very different style to most other tracks. I think it would work better with high grip stuff to drive than something like a Monroe. But this one could be a lot of fun. I think this would be even more fun with 30 players. Because you just have cars everywhere in all sorts of different directions. Oh my god. Saved it! Look at the save on that! Oh, DNF. Damn it. Yeah, so I mean that was fun. I like the Monroe. That's a good track. Like I said, you're welcome to check it down below in the description. That's the third one. Wow, I finished second last. I mean, I was one of very few people in a Sterling, not in a Sterling GT. Good job in a Casco for Evo. It is his track though, I suppose.
What a weird race that was, guys. Did you see that? Chaotic spray. What a guy.
Hitman with the 514 bits. Bits are a thing specific to Twitch, by the way, for those who don't know. That's equivalent to $5.14. $5.14. What a race that one was. Did you see that? Evo, Tweenek. What a guy. Yeah, pretty much. Thank you, Hitman. I appreciate it so much. Okay, so we're still on 16 players for the playlist. Never mind, we'll just stick with it. Oh, this is only supercars. Okay, I'll have something to say about that as well. I'd like to have a different class for every track that we do. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to that is not possible this time, but thank you, Hitman, for the donations, the bits. But yeah, Evo's track was interesting because the tubes all connect with each other. I think just spamming a lot of tubes doesn't look very good, and it doesn't race very good if you just have tube after tube after tube. But that is very, very cleverly done because the tubes meld into each other and you see cars in different places and things like that. So it's a little bit different, and it stands out from every other race that just has tubes put everywhere. And if it was, and that's something that I don't necessarily like. I don't like races that are just full of tubes, but because this one had something extra, it got featured in a stream. You know, that's the sort of thing that I'm trying to get across, that races can be well made or good, but they're just the same as every other race that's out there. Let's use the X80. So yeah, by the way, to anybody who was watching that, tubes do ruin the video quality, and that's just a case on every single YouTube video that you would ever see regarding tubes in GTA. because basically the bit rate is set to the same amount. Nothing you can do about that. It's the same bit rate, but there's just too much information when you go through those tubes for anything to be done about it. And the video, basically the encoding can't handle it at that level of bit rate because there's too much information. So nothing that can be done about those sorts of things. Over the top. Oh, I hit him in the back. How did I end up spinning? Wow! Wow! Okay, I mean that works. I pretty much lost no time there. Okay, next race. This is craziness. Yes, underneath! The first underneath overtake of our time! Have we ever... I don't think I've ever done an underneath overtake of such degrees. I've done one where I've been turning and people have sort of like hit something and I've gone underneath them slightly, but that one was one hell of a underneath overtake. Oh man. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, this one feels very much like a Rockstar stunt race again, but a totally different style of it. So this is... We do have at least some level of variation there from what you would consider to be standard Rockstar races. There's two different routes here. I've just gone this way because it's different. I don't know. No! Oh god damn it! I should never have gone that way. Bollocks. And this one has a lot of big jumps to it. Well, not a lot, but a few. There's a bit more variety in this one. If the one that was on water, the second race, was more like a proper Rockstar race, this is like a proper Rockstar race, but with some extra variation thrown in there. So like kind of all Rockstar races thrown into one. Big jumps, tubes, so, you know, there's the split section where you can go different ways. Again, my same criticisms of the second race that we did that was on water applied to this. There's nothing really that sets it apart, I think, from just all the other races that are exactly the same as... What the... Did he try to skip the jump? No. Did it work for him? I don't think it did. Oh my god, that was incredible, Mark Verstappen. Oleg, I'll read that in a second. I guess you could say it was an undertake. I guess it was, Oleg, I guess it was. Thanks for the donation, man. Uh-oh. But it's still a well-crafted race, and it has something, you know, it has something a little bit different. But what I look at when I look at this is anybody could create a race like this, with big jumps like this, with the snapping props as they are. Anybody could quite easily create a race that's pretty much exactly the same or very similar to the feel that this race gives you. So it's nothing like the first race or the third race that give you something that stands out. Regardless of that, it is still a fun race, and if that's the kind of style of race that you like to race, then it's a very well made race and it does the job perfectly. You know, I'm just giving criticisms of what I think make... Have I done it again? I've done it again! I've gone underneath again! Another undertake! You know, these are all about critiquing races, and this is a very well made race, but I'm trying to give people an idea for making races, people who are watching this who might be creating their own races and want their race to stand out from the crowd and be a bit better than just the average. And that's where my thoughts come from. Having said that, it's a very, very nice race. It's fun. I like the big jumps. Big jumps are fun. There are some interesting sections to it. I think that the right way looks quicker. I don't see why anybody would choose the left route, so it would be nice if we could have the split section be a bit more split, maybe, and be a bit longer. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh my god! I'm overtaken again! Yes! Oh my god, this has been a race of saves. Oh man, and this is a bit... Like, you can just straight line all of this, really. There's not a lot to all of this. I like the fact that it's on different planes, though. Like, it's wonky, which makes it a little bit more interesting than the usual. I like this bit too specifically because that's very ridiculous. But yeah, it's a nice race. It's a different style to the second race, but similar way of creating. And I think it's worthy of checking out if you want to. Very different to the second and the first and the third races, obviously, as I've been mentioning. But the one thing that I can't forgive is setting it to supercars only. That is a bad move. That is definitely playing into the Rockstar race. We had the first race, the second race that played into Rockstar perfectly by having the checkpoints messed up. This one has played into that Rockstar idea of creating a Rockstar race by having it set to only to supercars. That is a bad decision. All tracks should always be available to all races, all classes, unless they have a specific theme to them. If they have a specific theme, fair enough. You know, like off-road set to only trophy trucks or something, like we're going to see in the last race actually. But if it's a race like that, there's no reason that shouldn't be set to all classes, including vans. For anybody who doesn't know how to set vans, look it up. There's a way to do it even with a medium grid size. But you need to have even vans on your race. You need to make it as open as possible for people to do what they want to make your track the best it can possibly be. How do you rotate your car when in mid-air? Use the handbrake, whatever you have set for the handbrake. Hold that and then turn. Best lap! Best lap with 20,000 million saves in one go. Oh, there were some nice saves in this actually. I think that race in general, or certainly quite a few highlights from that race, are going to end up on Bruffy's Random Bits. If nothing else, that race provided some really good moments of saving. You can have vans on small grid sizes as well if you want, indeed. Maybe you can only do the jumps with supers. If you can do a jump in a supercar, you can do it in a sports car as well. And a lot of the jumps were very a lot of the jumps were easy to get over. I think there wasn't too many that were in mid-air where you could not do a jump.
What a weird race that was, guys. Did you see that? Chaotic spray. What a guy.
514 bits from Hitman. What a race that one was. Did you see that? Super Robo Badger. What a guy. He is doing it for every single race. Hitman, thank you so much. Oh man, unbelievable. That was crazy. That race. The amount of saves that we did in there, that was incredible. I'm going to do one of those things that all these big YouTubers do when they stream. Leave a like for all the saves. All the saves I did in that race, leave a like. Smash that like button. If you're watching this on the video as well. Oh man. Oh, it's painful that those are the big channels. Those are the channels that get all the attention. Anyway, let's do 3 laps for this. So I've turned customs off because that was a good, yeah, all of the tracks, you know, I'm critiquing all of these tracks, but they are all very good tracks and they wouldn't be on the stream if they weren't good tracks. You know, I'm just giving all of my nitpicking moments and doing all that sort of stuff as well. But yeah, good track anyway. So this is the last track. This track has a reason to be set to only one class. It is all off-road. The trophy truck and the desert raid are the only vehicles that you can use on this circuit, so it plays into the off-road nature of the circuit, so it can be locked to off-road vehicles, and it can be locked to these tracks in the first place. Sorry, Bruff, being a good run. Bruffy's track. Smash that unsub button. Yeah, probably everyone will unsubscribe now. Well, that doesn't matter anyway. YouTube would do it for people anyway, so it doesn't matter. YouTube just, every time I upload a video, YouTube unsubscribes people from me, from my channel, so people doing it because I say smash that like button makes no difference, I guess. Okay. As always, we go to the back of these just to make them more interesting. Now all you need are 10-minute videos with 10 ads. if you are watching this on a video, you will notice that there is only one ad at the start of the video, despite it being an hour long. You know, I never put more than one ad on my videos. I might start to put ads at the end of the video on the testing videos when they come out brand new again. Because people have suggested for me to do that, but then people can just stay at the end of the video and watch that if they want to. It doesn't interrupt the process of watching the video, which is what I always think is the worst part about mid-roll ads. Apart from the fact that it's money grabbing and ridiculous. But anyway, let's not talk about YouTube drama. Hitman 100 bits. If we can get 8 trillion likes on this video? Let's do it. Smash the living hell out of that like button. Come on, guys, let's do it. Thank you, Hitman. I appreciate it so much. Has everyone seen the H3H3 video that I tweeted out the other day? It's scary stuff, man. Being on YouTube these days. Thank you, Hitman. It's scary. You never know quite how it's going to all work out and whether things are going to just suddenly tank and tail off, especially when you use it as a living. But it's so nice that you guys donate to me, whether it's on Patreon or on streams like we've had in this stream and just on my Twitch streams. It helps take the pressure off needing to do YouTube or have YouTube be successful in terms of ad revenue, and that's partly the reason, I guess, why I haven't felt the need to put mid-roll ads, apart from the fact that I think it's a scummy move. Anyway, let's have a look at this. This is, first of all, I talked about it in the previous video, how a vehicle class should not be locked to anything unless it has a specific theme. And this one is the other cardinal sin of racetracks these days, having them be 16 players instead of 30. This is the track that was the reason we had the playlist of 16 players and not 30. That has been fixed now. It has been edited and updated to have 30 players. But basically these days there's no reason not to have a track for 30 players.
These guys who were hitting me and taking names!
Taking names. RKO that like button out of nowhere. Oh my god. How Shelby with the $10 donation. Thank you so much, man. So yeah, if you've got a track that isn't 30 players, unless it has a specific theme, like it's very short, it's very small, it's compacts only, you know, if it has a specific theme then fair enough, but it has to have a very, very good theme, or it has to really it's got a lot of justifying to do to not be 30 player track, basically, is what I'm saying. So you know, just something to keep in mind. Tracks should always be 30 players as much as humanly possible. This one is now, so that's fine. So the track itself, I think this is a very fun track. It's in different vehicles, which is always good. You know, trophy trucks and desert raids are quite interesting. It's always good to have races that are a little bit different. Again, this sets itself apart from the two, let's say, Rockstar style tracks that we saw earlier. I'm going to call them Rockstar style tracks. Despite being very highly created, they just remind me of Rockstar tracks in the way that they are. This is very different in that respect because it's in different vehicles. It's going in with, you know, sort of all sorts of different areas. It's messing around with the water and stuff like that. It's got big old tubes, which is very interesting. I knew he was going to reverse. You know, we're going up the waterfall section in the river here, which is interesting. Some new locations. It mixes in. It is still more Rockstar related. I think it's very difficult to get away from the idea that something would be similar to the Rockstar tracks because you're using all the same props, obviously. But it's got that little bit of extra quality. I think someone mentioned in the chat a slowdown zone isn't needed. I think this one I would remove this slowdown zone. Keep the speed. There's no need to have a slowdown zone there, in my opinion. It should be a thrill ride all the way through to the end. If people can't handle it and mess up, then fair enough. But it should be the thrill ride all the way to the end. Get rid of that slowdown zone. Apart from that though, the water sections are interesting. I believe that bikes can't get across this, so if custom vehicles are on, bikes can't be used, which is absolutely perfect and how it should be. It's interesting, goes through some very interesting parts of the map around the swamp and things like that. It is locked to off-roads. I do wonder if it would be possible to use other vehicles, as long as it isn't motorbikes. I wonder if supercars and sports cars could get through the water anyway. Maybe they couldn't, but if it's possible, then it should be made to use some other vehicles. I would quite like to use some sports cars here, some of the rally cars. Goes in Zancudo as well. Interesting track, long, winding, good stuff. So yeah, interesting vehicle selection as well. You're welcome to have a look at all of these tracks down below in the description. That's where they all are, in the order that we've done them on. You know, feel free to get any of them. We are going to be doing more of these, obviously. Every week we're going to be back with even more tracks. I think we'll start mixing them in between proper racing circuits and stunt racing circuits, just to get a bit of a mix. But you know, we're going to try and showcase the best tracks that we can every single week at the same time. And yeah, all very high quality tracks if they
What
weren't.
a weird race that was, guys. Did you see that? Chaotic spray. What a guy.
What a race that one was. Did you see that? As a 1985, what a guy. Hitman 3315 once again with the 514. He did it after every race. Good stuff. Thank you so much, Hitman, for the donations, and thank you everybody for the donations tonight. I would say definitely need to slow down, needs removing on that one. But I thought there was a lot of variety in the vast majority of those, and you know, these are all very, very high quality tracks in their own right. You know, I tend to be very harsh because I focus on what could make them better rather than showing the good parts, because I think the good parts of these tracks are obvious enough. But I do try to focus on what could make them better, but they're all very good tracks, otherwise they wouldn't have been in the stream in the first place. And you know, if anybody submits a track and is unsure whether it's not too good or not, if it has been a month or 2 months down the line or something and we haven't played it, then it might not get played, because we have had some terrible tracks shown already submitted. You know, you always get it. Maybe people just submit them for the fun of it anyway, but yeah, that will be it. We've had some good tracks. We're going to have some more good tracks in the future, and that's what it's all about, and that's what these streams are all about. But do you know what? One of these times I'm probably going to do a stream that the theme of it is terrible tracks. It's going to be terrible tracks, and we're going to see and showcase the problems and the real bad tracks, you know, and give people the idea of what not to do. But that will be one of the streams. Not you know, we're not going to involve them in all of them, but you know, anyway, that will be it, guys. Thank you so much for the donations, everybody, and Hitman as well with the bits and the sub. And thank you guys for watching. Nice front stream, GG, Blown Tire with the donation right at the end there. Thank you so much, man. Guys, I will probably start a Twitch stream now for about half an hour or something, just to chill out for a little bit, because I want to buy a Z-Type. So you're welcome to go back on there, but yeah, we're going to be back. We're going to be back next week for more racing circuits, to showcase here on YouTube. Thank you guys for watching the stream, and those of you who are watching the video afterwards, thank you as well. Thank you guys for all your support as well. I appreciate it. Okay, guys. See you all later.